seatmap request. Well, as there is cryptic terminal, seatmap display will be in cryptic mode also. Entry for seatmap display is KM. Then flight number / date / pair of airports. System show us seatmap. If this plane is too big and if there is not enough space on the screen, system show us this word part. It means that we should list to the next page to see the other part of this plane. For this, you should use F6 entry. And system show us the last two rows of this plane. Let's return F5 to the previous page. In this request, you can add minus and cabin, for example, economy class cabin, -Y. And system show us economy class, or -C, and system will show us business class cabin only. You can add asterisk and RBD, and system will show us cabin for this specific booking code. For X, it will be economy class also. Then another part on the bottom of screen. It means that we can go to the next page by F9 key a bit later. Well, what system show us in this display seatmap? System show us that it is seatmap for this flight, for this day, this aircraft type, and this pair of cities. The row 0, 1 is the first row, 5 is fifth row, then 1, 1 mean 11, 12, 13, then 20, 21, 30, 31, and so on. This sign means that it's a wing, so these seats are next to the wing. E mean emergency exit. Then asterisks mean that this seat is occupied already. Then seats have some characteristics. If there is one or two characteristics, we can show it. For example, X mean seat not occupied. W and X mean seat is next to window and not occupied. This sign at mean that seat has more than two characteristics. Well, explanation for these signs, for example, W is next to window, X is not occupied. How to get explanation of this code? Let's go to the next page by F9 key. And we will get a list of all possible characteristics. But how to get list of characteristics of specific seat? Let's return to the previous page. It will be F8. And let's open characteristic, for example, of this seat, 5K. Entry will be hash symbol, then row, and then seat number 5K. System will tell us seat characteristics of seat 5K. O mean last of pair, W mean next to window, and X mean not occupied. Well, it was long entry for seatmap. You can open seatmap in availability display. Entry will be 1, then city pair and the day. We got availability display, then KM and line number. And system will show us seatmap for this flight. Well, in this request, you can add minus and cabin, for example, business class. Or in this request, you can add asterisk and booking code, for example, X. And system will show us cabin of this booking code. So you can get seatmap display from availability display. Then you can get seatmap display from PNR. Let's open PNR. There's PNR. We have flight in this PNR. Flight number, RBG. It's C. So this is business class RBG. Then the day, pair of airport, and so on. And line number 1. How to open seat map display from PNR. Entry is KM, then segment number 1, S1. Number 1 means this one. And system will show us seat map of this specific cabin.